There have been charges added to our current charges with regard to the new victim. Plus, we had several people, victims that we had met with, that at the time did not really want their name used and did not want to be involved as far as a victim of the case. And so we've had one other person besides the new one who we knew about before, who's now came forward and said, I'm willing to, come forward and be officially part of the case.
How important is it in a case like this one that more victims do come forward and share their story?
I think it is important. I mean, to make sure that, justice is done for all the victims in this case.
And what does this mean moving forward? Trial date still the same?
I mean, it could definitely change those things. I mean, that'd be essentially up to the defense attorney and the court to decide, whether or not they can get everything done in time involving the new counts and everything to be prepared for a trial on all of them.
It's been a bizarre case that has kind of been like reworking a puzzle. Talk a little bit about that.
Well, I mean, it started out obviously with the police and law enforcement had some information and started the investigation, and then it's just completely grown from there as far as people calling law enforcement and calling our office saying that, hey, I was involved also, or I'd had a relationship with him, and so it's just kind of continued to grow. And the investigation is still going on as we speak today.
Talk a little bit, because we've talked about this in the past, though, how it is a felony to not warn others.
Yeah, I mean, under Indiana law, I mean, essentially there's a number of different types of charges. In this case, it's kind of unique, but I mean, we've got combinations of aggravated battery charges, battery by body waste, failure to warn is a specific charge itself. So there's a number of creative charges involved in this case, because essentially, the allegations on the battery are that the person, would not have allowed you to touch them and cause damage to them and injury to them if they would have known and if you would have, reasonably told them in advance.